Yo, what is up, everybody? It's your boy Cool Eagle back here with another live stream. How's everybody doing, man? Let me put the sunroof down, man. It's a beautiful day. It's a little cold out here in Texas, man. I think a winter storm is coming up through the south. I don't know where y'all are through the south, where you in Florida, Alabama, Mississippi. Hope y'all doing well out there, man. Hope y'all ain't feeling the cold breeze that we feeling out here in good old Texas. Good old uh Texas, man. Man. Hey, man. I know who's quarterback. So raise your hand if your quarterback has a Super Bowl MVP. Raise your hand. Everybody's raise your hand. Because only one. And his football number is one. The only Super Bowl MVP, Jalen Hurts. Man, y'all give it up. Man, they've been talking all year. About how Jalen Hurts was the weak link on this team. How Jalen Hurts was going to be the reason we weren't going to win a Super Bowl. Saquon Barkley is just carrying this whole team. Well, I mean, that would only be true if Saquon Barkley didn't have, 25 carries for 57 yards. Jalen Hurts, again, in back-to-back Super Bowls. Well, not back-to-back, but in his second Super Bowl, leading the team in rushing. So, all these little narratives that they be painting about Jalen Hurts, y'all got to quash that. If you didn't have him in your top five now, if you didn't have him in your top five then, you got to have him there now. And if you don't, it's mental illness. I understand people have a right to an opinion and what have you, but to say Jalen Hurts is not a top five quarterback going into the next season, it's mental illness. The only real quarterback that you can put over Jalen Hurts is probably Matthew Stafford and Patrick Mahomes, because Matthew Stafford won a Super Bowl. And y'all didn't say he was carried, even though he had a Triple Crown winner. He had a Hall of Fame D tackle in Aaron Donald. So you really can't put too many people over Jalen Hurts now. And if it had a particular order, it would be Patrick Mahomes, obviously, a 3-time Super Bowl MVP, can't take it away from him. Even though we do kind of got to quell that GOAT conversation right now. Because in both of his losses, he has got his ass handed to him. Belt to ass, both times. Tampa Bay gave us the formula to beat Patrick Mahomes. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man, why is you two hiding all these messages? Wow. Shut up, man. No, you shut up. Your daddy slow. Man, look, man. I'm going to start getting heated with y'all, man. Y'all start talking shit, man, we finna get real heated. Hey, Jennifer, how you doing? Hey, little loser, what's up? King Balmer, yeah, go Birds. P2BK, hi. Hey, man, y'all start, man, piling in here, man. Hit that like, subscribe button, man. No cap, I love you. Shut up. Hey, yeah, no cap, I love you too, man. But you came off a little aggressive, man. And I'm a little aggressive right now, man. My team just pulled off one of the biggest upsets, probably in Super Bowl history, man. They had these Chiefs three-peating on us. You know what I'm saying? Not knowing the Philadelphia Eagles are three-peat killers. We stopped the GOAT Tom Brady in 2018. Hey, what's up, sugar dude? My guy, girl, I don't want to misgender you. I know that's a big thing nowadays. Don't want to do that. Black disrespectful. He's a Walmart cashier gone mad. Hey, man, your dad swallowed glizzy. Shut up. Hey, King Balmer, LOL, that's why your ass is down under. Bitch, how am I down under? King Balmer must be talking to somebody else. Whatever. Man. But we pulled off one of the biggest upsets that the world's ever seen. We whooped Patrick Mahomes' ass in front of the most viewed Super Bowl in history. I know, King Balmer, man, my bad, bro. I'm just so passionate and excited today, man, because they talk so much noise about my quarterback, man. Why is YouTube doing this? What did the saggy booby say to other saggy booby? Man, I don't know, Matt Pyro, what they say, man. Shit, what they say. Shit, I'm letting everybody say what they want today. Man, YouTube better hide no comments. I am for censorship. I am pro censorship. Ethan McChamber, can you stop my kid? Well, then get the hell up out of here, man. What the fuck, man? Like, go find your parents. Say Walmart. Go find your mom. Go find your dad. Anyway, man, biggest upset. One of the biggest upsets, man. A lot of people bet on the Chiefs, and I'm so happy they lost their money. Because in a struggling economy, they say, it's wise to make dutiful and smart business decisions. So, if you didn't make the smart business decision to vote on the better team instead of betting on a better individual, then I had nothing to tell you. I had nothing to tell you. Man, from start to finish, man, I just knew the game was going to go right, man. When Patrick Mahomes threw that pick six to Cooper DeJean, I had nothing else to worry about because the defense started getting after him. Josh Sweat, Jalen Carter holding down the defensive line. Milton Williams, man, I really hope we can keep like Milton Williams and the likes of Zach Bond, bro, because it's going to be real tough because we got what, like 20 million in salary cap, but I trust Howie Roseman, bro. Like, he's been a wizard these past few years. I can't take that away from him. But man, I'm just so in disbelief because if you watch my previous lives, I told you guys. I told you. Hey, Jennifer Lynch. Hey, man, shout out Jennifer Lynch Schneller. So, man, I knew that it was going to be a body. If you watch my previous lives, I told y'all that we were going to body these Chiefs. But I didn't think it was going to be like this bad, man. I didn't think we were going to do them like this. I really didn't. I didn't think that we were going to just put these guys in a casket, bury them, man. Like, put the dirt over them, man. Put the eulogy on these guys. Man, the defense was amazing. Like, if you were to ask me who's the dark horse MVP outside of Jalen Hurts, man, you could like really give it to anybody like on that defensive side of the ball. And for you haters out there that saying that someone on the defensive side like should have got the MVP, well, you're not wrong. But let's consider the last time a defensive player won the MVP. Von Miller in Peyton Manning's last hoorah in the Super Bowl. He had like what? I think like 3 sacks, 6 tackles, a complete monster, giving Cam Newton the business. And then you had Peyton Manning, a washed up Peyton Manning. He had like 1 touchdown, I think like 1 or 2 interceptions. That's why Von Miller was able to win that MVP in that Super Bowl, because Peyton Manning was just so bad. You cannot say Jalen Hurts and what he did in that Super Bowl, 2 touchdowns, 1 on the ground via the like brotherly shove, man, or what y'all call the tush push. Peter Walker, my guy, what's up? Jalen Hurts went ham. Yes, he did. Yes, he did, Peter. Yes, he did. And he deserves all the accolades that he, hey, man, but did y'all see that Jordan commercial? Amazing. And they had the Frankie Beverly background music, man. R.I.P. Frankie Beverly, man. If you know Frankie Beverly, you know Frankie Beverly was one of Jalen Hurts' favorite artists outside of Nita Baker, man. Truly legendary, man. Rest in peace, Frankie Beverly. But, man, rest in peace to the Chiefs dynasty. Because after the ass whooping that they just got in front of the most viewed Super Bowl in Super Bowl history, I don't see them going to the Super Bowl after this. I do not see them going to another Super Bowl because you pretty much gave the blueprint to stop Patrick Mahomes in that offense, man. You pretty much got to do to the Chiefs what the 2007 and the 2011 New York Giants did to Tom Brady. That's what you pretty much got to do. Like Tampa Bay gave the blueprint. Jalen Hurts, they tried throwing a blitz at him. They tried throwing the blitz. He was able to escape the pocket. Saquon Barkley, although didn't have his best game, he was still able to keep that defense honest. A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith got a touchdown in the Super Bowl. And then the dark horse on that wide receiver group, Jahan Dotson. Who would have thought like Jahan Dotson would have made a contribution in this Super Bowl? Who would have thought it? But that's what you do when you get a quality free agent signing. Jahan Dotson is now a Super Bowl champion. He wouldn't have been this with the Washington Commanders. He wouldn't have been that. And speaking of the Washington Commanders, I got to thank them so much for their contribution in getting us to this Super Bowl. Yes, Peter, we do got to keep Jahan Dotson. We got to keep a lot of guys. If we are serious about repeating, which I know we are, like there are at least 3 key free agents that you got to keep. You got to keep Milton Williams. You got to keep Zach Bond. And of course, you got to keep Jahan Dotson, because what other good wide receiver 3 option are you going to find that's better than Jahan Dotson? He knows the route tree. He's quick and he's fast. And when you throw him the ball, he has a very good catch percentage. So, I like what I'm seeing, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh man, it still feels like a dream the way we handled the Kansas City Chiefs. It still feels like a dream. It doesn't feel like it's real, because again, I called us blowing them out, but I didn't think that we were going to, 40-6 with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And I know people want to look at the overall score, look at Patrick Mahomes' stats. He had 3 touchdowns, 2 picks. But if you really, really, really watch the game and didn't just show up for the halftime show. And as far as the halftime show, this is the second Jalen Hurts Super Bowl where it's just been a superb halftime show. I think we had Rihanna last time he was in the Super Bowl. Correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't have Rihanna, and this time we got Kendrick Lamar. So that just shows you that any Super Bowl with Jalen Hurts and Patrick Mahomes is going to bring household names. We're not talking about AC/DC, any old washed up rock star. We're talking about prolific superstars that are still in their prime. Rihanna's still in her prime. Kendrick, I know a lot of people got a lot to say about that, and I'm not mad. I'm really, really, really not mad if people don't like the halftime show with Kendrick Lamar. You were well within your right not to, because not everybody is a fan of Kendrick Lamar, and I'm okay with that. And if you're a Drake fan, that's okay too. Drake is probably going to break history for having the most diamond records. You know what I'm saying? Just because you lost a battle doesn't take anything away from how great you are. And Drake is still great. He's still great. So, man, what more can I just say about the Super Bowl, man? The Vic Fangio, that old miserable bastard, man, I love him so much, man. I just want to hug Vic Fangio. He is a defensive genius. He probably put on one of the best defensive masterclasses in Super Bowl history, man. And if we want to talk about which Super Bowl defense was better against Patrick Mahomes at Tampa Bay and the Philadelphia Eagles, we can talk about that a whole nother time, man. Because right now, this is just a celebration and a FU to the haters who said we weren't going to be here, who said that our quarterback was a liability. And look at that. Outplaying Patrick Mahomes in both the Super Bowl he was in. Man, look, and did y'all know that in the Super Bowl, Patrick Mahomes is 10 touchdowns, 7 picks, while Jalen Hurts is 7 touchdowns to only 2 turnovers? He outplayed the man in both Super Bowls, man. Going into the second half, Patrick Mahomes had a QBR of 1. And he only got that little extra 11 because overall he had a 12 QBR. And the only reason he was able to get to that 12 was because we took our foot off the gas in the last 2 minutes of the fourth quarter. And that resulted in Xavier Worthy having one of the best rookie performances in Super Bowl history. But no one is gonna remember Xavier Worthy's Super Bowl performance because it all happened in garbage time. Patrick Mahomes channeled his inner Dak Prescott. And speaking of Dak Prescott, the Dak Prescott, Jalen Hurts comparisons are over. They are over. If you continue to have these conversations about who's better, you are mentally ill, and you probably should go get checked out at a mental institution. Because Dak Prescott in his 7 years has done nothing compared to what Jalen Hurts has done in his first 4 years as a starter. The man goes to 2 Super Bowls and wins 1. Goes toe-to-toe with the millennial GOAT. And I say millennial GOAT because Tom Brady spanned goddamn 2-3 generations. So he's the best Gen Z GOAT. Like I'm saying, like he's Gen Z's GOAT. And he's one of those younger millennial GOATs. But my generation, my generation's GOAT is Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. That's my GOAT. Now, if Jalen Hurts keep doing what he's doing, because we're talking about a guy who has a Hall of Fame trajectory. And what are the criteria to get into the Hall of Fame as a QB? 1, you need All Pros, you need Pro Bowls, and you need Super Bowls. Jalen Hurts has already been in 2. Outplayed the GOAT in 2 of them, and won 1. And he has an MVP, and he was a top 5 candidate for the most valuable player in the regular season, like 1 or 2 times. So the man already has a Super Bowl Hall of Fame resume. Now, if he's a lock, he probably has to win probably 1 more Super Bowl, and then he has to play the numbers game. Like he has to get more All Pros. He has to throw for 4,000-5,000 yards a couple times. He has to have 30+ touchdown seasons. You know what I'm saying? But if you got a guy like Saquon Barkley, like who the hell cares about numbers right now? You're gonna use that orange known as Saquon Barkley, and you're gonna squeeze the juice out of that and use that until there's no more. And I think Saquon Barkley has like at least 3-4 years left. Okay, a margin of error a year. So let's say at max 3 years, 3 good years left, especially behind this Jeff Stoutland offensive line. So if you're telling me that Saquon Barkley has a max of 3 years, and the NFC to me, the NFC to me is weak. And we can go by division. The NFC East, I'm a little worried about the Commanders because a lot of what the Commanders fans and content creators are saying is that this is one of the weakest Commanders team that Jaden Daniels will ever have. And maybe that's true. Maybe they'll get in the draft and get some more defensive players that can help to alleviate some of the pressure that Jaden Daniels is going to have facing these really good teams and not get blown out like 55-23. Maybe they can hold them to a reasonable, 27 points. Because Jaden Daniels is good. He's better than Dak Prescott already. In his first year. Like, Jaden Daniels hasn't even been in the league for 12 months. A full 12 months. And he's already better than Dak Prescott. Not just skill-wise, but his accolades show it. He's been to an NFC conference game. Dak Prescott ain't did that. Dak Prescott can't get past the goddamn divisional round. And I feel so bad for Cowboys fans, bro. I genuinely feel bad for Cowboys fans because my family is mostly Cowboys fans. So I genuinely feel bad. Because they have to deal with a few more years of Jerry Jones. And I don't know when that 1,000-year-old dinosaur is gonna kick the bucket. I don't know that. But when he does, the Cowboys may start seeing a little progress. Because right now, Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys are talking about trading Micah Parsons. We're talking about trying to keep our players that got us to the Super Bowl and helped us win it. Zach Bond, Milton Williams, Josh Sweat. We're trying to convince Darius Slay to stay another year so we can potentially go on another run with this same defense. Vic Fangio in the lab. Man, look, man, like Vic Fangio's so damn gangster. Vic Fangio is so damn gangster, man. Like after the Super Bowl, he wasn't doing all that extra celebration. He went back to the locker room so he can go back in the lab so he can start working on the draft. That is a hell of a coach. Hell of a coach. And I am just ecstatic for the offseason. Because this Super Bowl celebration isn't just this week. No. Eagles fans, we're all summer long with it, man. You wear your Eagles gear off Fanatics, wherever you get your Eagles stuff. Man, you parade around Philadelphia all summer long until we drop the banner on Thursday Night Football. I don't know who we play, but I know our first game's on Thursday night. So when we drop that banner, hey, man, it's on to the next season. But until then, until the clock strikes 1, when we drop that banner, we're celebrating all summer long. Green all summer long. Hey, if you're a state where weed is legal, green all summer long. Man, we're feeling good because we got the best team with the best quarterback for right now, best running back, best offensive line, best defensive line, best secondary, best front office, best everything. Man, and Philadelphia has got to feel so great right now. The parade is on Friday. A lot of people are camping out a day before, man, coming out in a blistering cold to witness and be a part of this ambiance of winning a Super Bowl in a season where they said that we couldn't. And I said in my last video that when we win the Super Bowl, it's going to have so many positive ramifications. Jalen Hurts, you got to put him in top 5 now. Nick Sirianni, probably the best coach in Eagles history. Jalen Hurts, probably the best Eagles quarterback of all time. I know we talk about McNabb, but McNabb didn't get it done. He didn't go to 2 Super Bowls. Nick Foles is not as good as Jalen Hurts. And yes, he brought us our first Super Bowl. But for some reason, this Super Bowl feels so much sweeter. This Super Bowl in the year 2025 feels so much sweeter. Because imagine if Jalen Hurts would have lost it, bro. Y'all would have been blowing me up. The chat probably would have had like one. They don't want. Like, look, man. Should the haters are quiet? They quiet because I guarantee if we would have lost this Super Bowl and I would have had this live with y'all with the green suit, the green silky suit, the hat, the green Ray-Bans, they would have been blowing me up. They would have been blowing me up if we would have lost. But because we won, man, look, man, like, they don't want to hear me. They don't want to hear me. Appreciate all you guys. That P2B underscore K halftime shows things. There's nothing wrong with Paramore. But goddamn, man, like, don't say it sucks because you're just not, a fan of Kendrick Lamar. Derek Holt, shout out to you. This dude said it perfectly. I'm a Bengals fan, but congrats to Philadelphia. I'm the Chiefs' most hated fan. Yeah, Derek Holt. Man, look, like, they got on y'all so bad because, like, y'all had a down season. But imagine if y'all were to sneak up. Man, Imagine if the Bengals would have snuck their way like into the AFC playoffs. Like, y'all would have had talking heads scared, because y'all were the only ones to go up against the millennial GOAT, because that's all he is, the younger millennial GOAT. If y'all went toe-to-toe with this man, and like Jalen Hurts, y'all beat him and went to the Super Bowl, and y'all were an Aaron Donald sack away from having y'all's first Lombardi. So, but the fact that y'all didn't make it, now, I mean, like, now they're like, like questioning Joe Burrow, and, and if he's a solid quarterback or not. Like, they're trying to, like slandering the man name. Like the whole bunch of dumb stuff, man. It's dumb, but like, I like the Bengals, man. Like, Joe Burrow is definitely in my top 5, and if Joe Burrow's not in anybody else's top 5, again, it's mental illness. And again, like, mental illness is a serious thing, you guys. I'm not back that people would have a mental